that case.
We'll call the meeting to order. Welcome to the Madison County School Board meeting, the May 5th, 2025 meeting. There's a public comment sign-in sheet in the back. If anybody wants to speak, they have 3 minutes. At this time, Ms. Thompson is going to introduce our young lady for our prayer and pledge.
Good evening, everyone. It is a special honor for me tonight to introduce someone very close to my heart. Brinley is a 5th grade student at Madison County Central School. She is an active member of both the Beta Club and the Safety Patrol. Outside of school, she enjoys playing softball and lovingly taking care of her chickens, something that she is very proud of. Tonight, she will be leading us in our opening prayer. Please join me in welcoming my daughter, Brinley Thompson.
Let's all stand, please.
We come together with open minds and hopeful hearts. May we be guided by compassion, fairness, and desire to do what's best for our schools. May we listen with respect and speak with honesty. Let our time together help build a better future for every student. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
I
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. I think we have a presentation from the Madison County Central School Safety Patrol. Is that right?
You want to talk, you want
So tell us what you do on Safety Patrol.
So we are honored to walk kids to class every morning.
What else? Nicholas, what do you do on Safety Patrol?
In the hallways, if kids have their hoods on or running in the hallway, we tell them to stop running or take their hoods off.
Elena's going to be shy. Elena, do you do those things as well? You're just shy? Okay. Well, we are very excited to have you
Well,
here.
Nicholas ready to speak some more.
Go ahead, Nicholas.
And also, we greet people that come in from school so they can have a wonderful day when they come into school.
Good deal. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go, we got an amendment to the agenda tonight. It's, we're gonna pull 5.5, the waypoint agreement. That will be pulled tonight. Is any other amendments to the agenda tonight from anybody? Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
I move to adopt the agenda.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Thompson, a second by Ms. Hagan to adopt the agenda. Is there any discussion? If not, all in favor? 5-0. Okay, public comment. We have one, Christy Land.
Because I'm a talker, I'm going to just read so that I can stay focused. Good evening. My name is Christy Land. I was born and raised in Madison County. I am a product of the public school system and have done very well with that education that I obtained. However, I'm here this evening to bring awareness that the Madison County Central School has failed my child. Addison made a bullying report along with a group of girls after they finally had enough. The bullying report reads as a one-time incident occurred and bullying was not found in the investigation. The report sounds as if a child wrote it. It seems to reflect one incident that only indirectly involved my child. I have to say the bullying policy that I was given is a decent policy. However, it was not implemented correctly in this case. Under no circumstances should an accused bully and the victim be placed in the same room to tell their stories to each other. My child thought that she would be taken care of and now has lost all trust in the faculty there. Wonder how many kids have already experienced these same problems with policy and procedures not being carried out as they are indicated that they are, and how many more are going to continue to experience these failures until someone makes a change. My child loves school and has never had any behavioral issues, and now begs every day not to go. Excuse me. Once she is there, she immediately starts begging to be picked up. I need someone to understand that these bullying experiences put her at risk, and all kids at risk, 3.5 times more likely to have significant mental health issues by the age of 17. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for ages 10 through 14. I ask that y'all make the changes necessary to not fail another child. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Christy.
you.
Okay, we're going to move on to the consent agenda. It's 4.1 minutes, 4.2 virtual learning lab agreement, 4.3 the blended learning community agreement, 4.4 the milk bid packet for 2025-2026, 4.5 the 2025 Madison County Sheriff's Office summer camp bus schedule, 4.6 is fundraisers, 4.7 student accident insurance proposal.
I move to approve the consent agenda items.
I second.
Have a motion by Ms. Gibson and a second by Ms. Thompson to approve the consent agenda items. Any discussion on these? If not, all in favor? 5-0. Okay, items for individual consideration. 5.1, personnel changes. Dr. Pickles?
We have 4 this evening. There's a supplement change. Then that's the first one. There's the second one. There's a lengthy list of our drop participants. I also added all the policies in there for you. It's my understanding drop participants have not been presented to the board in the last 5.5 years. So this is all the drop participants per our policy. When you enter drop, your drop is supposed to be approved by this board. So this is trying to catch these up. The third is a request, so some supplements for baseball and to go ahead and pay their baseball supplements. And then the last is our personnel changes, some resignations, leave of absence, and then recommendations. So I do ask for your approval for these. And there's also our professional instructional contracts presented. There was one individual that was left off. They were provided to me as an annual contract. That was Lisa Smith, so I did make that correction. And then Jada Williams was given to me as a professional, and she's actually an annual contract because she was rehired in 2012, and she should be an annual contract.
All right.
So I do ask for your approval of all the personnel changes.
Mr. Chair, I move to accept the personnel changes.
Second.
I have a motion by Ms. Knight and a second by Ms. Hagan to approve the personnel changes. Any discussion?
Yes, I have a question. Under instructional, what type of certification does the teacher have?
Under which one are we referring to?
The ones going to Madison County Central School?
Is this the new one?
Yes.
Hold on, let me go back to that list. And I was going to say, I know reading.
Elementary.
Frankie,
Hey,
you know,
could you come up here, Mr.
To the left.
talking from the audience, so let's get the podium and be recognized.
I was just telling you, she was elementary ed and reading endorsed.
Elementary ed and what?
Reading endorsement.
Read, okay, thank you.
I don't believe we have decided which area she will go into just yet, as far as which classroom.
Any more discussion? If not, all in favor of the personnel changes, raise your hand. Keep them up, please. Thank you. 5-0. All right, staff travel, Dr. Pickles.
We have one trip
Oh,
before
I'm
you.
sorry. Wait, no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
5,
right.
4, 3, 5 staff.
We have one trip before you, that's for Ms. Fletcher to attend her next cohort session, and that will come from our Title II funds.
Okay. Well, I have a motion to approve the staff travel.
I move to approve the staff travel.
I second.
I have a motion by Ms. Thompson, a second by Ms. Knight to approve the staff travel. Any discussion? If not, all in favor? 5-0. All right, field trips, Dr. Pickles.
We have two field trips before you this evening. One is the high school high tech, and then one is the Beta Club National Convention. So the high school high tech is for the high school, and then the Beta Club is for our high school also. So I do recommend the approval of both these field trips.
Okay. You have a motion to approve the field trips.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the field trips, please.
I second.
Okay, have a motion by Ms. Hagan, a second by Ms. Knight to approve the field trips. Any discussion on the field trips? If not, all approve the field trips. 5-0. Okay, we are moving along here. Waypoint's been pulled. 6.1, superintendent items.
So there's a couple change I need to ask for, and one does require action. So due to our Pinetta graduation, so we would like all the board members to be able to attend, and it conflicts with our next meeting. So I'm having to check with the attorney. So I propose that we move our time to 10:30 that morning. If I schedule it at 1 o'clock, we would have to be really rushed. So I'm proposing to 10:30 that morning,
That's maybe,
May 19th, 2 weeks from today. So will that meet with everybody's schedules?
what time?
10:30 in the morning.
Works for me.
Try to rearrange my schedule.
I'm good with, do we need to vote on that?
Ms. Tammy,
Yes, you,
Yes.
I'm going to remember, but I'm going to forget 10:30.
Okay, we're just gonna vote on, all approve, moving our.
We need, Mr. Chair.
I mean a motion, I'm sorry, motion. I need a
Mr. Chair, I move to change our next board meeting to 10:30 a.m.
A second.
On,
May 9th.
May 19th.
thank you.
Put down the-
Okay, we have a motion by Ms. Knight and a second by Ms. Thompson to move the May 19th board meeting from 6 o'clock to 10:30 a.m. Any discussion?
And so that graduation will be 6 p.m.?
Yes.
Yes. At Pinetta.
Okay. All in favor? 5-0.
The next item, I've also been asked to check to see when Mr. Dietzen is available to come for executive session. And he gave me a May date and a June date, and so May 28th. So would everybody be, so Mr. Frankie's telling me no.
You said, what was the
May 28th at 4 p.m.
I can't be here.
I can't be at the June one.
So, okay. So,
What's the other one?
let me,
When was the June, what day of June?
hold on and I'll pull up the June. I was trying to get them in earlier than later, so let me see the email. that's not loading. I'll come back to that. Other items, while I'm waiting on it to load. You'll also see there before you that we requested, or Ms. Knight had requested the revenue for the last 2 years for baseball and softball. So there, you can see there are losses there. So I'm not sure what the pleasure of the board is. And speaking to that, I'll go ahead and move. So our Cowgirls did win Thursday night, so they are the district champs, and now we move on to the regionals. So they will have and incur additional cost if they continue. So we have regionals, semi-regional finals begin this Thursday at home, so we will host that. So there's the cost there. It's approximately around $14,000, I think, if I kind of calculated for baseball. And so I was working on trying to look at the cost for softball. So there's definitely a loss of revenue between the two teams. So I'm not sure what the pleasure of the board is, if we do want to just have the district absorb the cost as far as the transportation. And this is due to having to have them adjust the games. First of all, front load all their games away, and then adjust the times to the earlier start times. Typically, they're 5 and 7, and we had to adjust them to 3 and 5 due to the lighting situation. And so they didn't have the ticket sales, so they didn't have the revenue. They were not able to produce the ticket sales like they typically do.
Okay, Madam Superintendent and board members, what is fair and
Well, my recommendation in the previous board meeting was just that we did not charge them for the transportation fees, because they were having to travel more than they initially would have, due to the circumstances. Because of them losing so much revenue, I just felt that it would be, it would behoove us to, just not charge them the transportation fee that they would ordinarily pay, and I thought that was fair and equitable.
Okay, and the burden was on us to provide that place for them.
Correct. And unfortunately, the facility was not available for them to play, so therefore, the additional cost incurred on top of the loss of revenue is, obviously detrimental to, all of the programs. Additionally, I know it was discussed after the fact, but, we also have the ag department who lost all of the revenue at down home days, not being able to sell their plants because of the greenhouse being down. So I really think, that there's just, something that we need to look at as a board, just to,
Mrs. Knight, let us get this one through, the first one, and then we can talk about the other one, please. I mean, don't confuse me.
Now, how did we say a price in there?
So we went back, the transportation invoice on there, I know for the baseball team, it was they had a lot more away travel than the girls did. But I do know that the invoice was in there, and there was still a final invoice to come, but it was like $2,000, I think, on the girls, and it was almost $4,000 on the boys. We would have to get the final.
I don't think all of the invoicing has
That's what I'm saying,
also
they're not all
happened.
done, so we would have to just get a
So we're
final.
not doing this tonight then?
No, this was just something that I
discussing.
brought up for
Yeah.
us to discuss.
Okay. Now,
So that we
did-
could proceed how to move forward.
Right.
So next time, can it be on the agenda, when you have everything?
Well, they just also have not billed, waiting to see what the board decides to do.
So do we need to make a decision tonight?
Well, that's kind of where we were. They have actually billed part of it.
Correct.
But they have not billed the
Do we
rest of it.
know what the total bill was,
I-
with what's pending?
I will have to go back and ask, because they were starting to work on those bills, but they stopped when they heard the last meeting. They stopped and have not finished calculating everything.
So can we request that for the
Yes.
next board meeting, it be an agenda item
Yes.
with the breakdown of what the actual,
All the
total
transportation
cost
costs
would be
are.
for transportation for both?
I'll be happy to, yes.
Thank you.
So, June 10th is the other meeting date. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, she wanted me to go back too. So can we also add the greenhouse revenues to that as well? Just for the lost revenue for the plant sales.
If we could just get a comparison versus, what they took in last year
Meal fish.
for the sales.
I'll do the same for the greenhouse then.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Katie.
Okay. So since our May date is out, May 28th, how about June 10th
June 10th of Mr.
at 4 p.m.?
It's okay with me.
Is that going to work for everybody?
I can try to make that work.
I don't currently see any conflicts with June 10th.
I'm good with June 10th.
June
Okay.
10th at 4.
June 10th at 4. And then again, as I said, our semi-regionals begin with the Cowgirls this Thursday at 7 p.m. You will see as you walked in, you should have noticed the QR code to where you could purchase your ticket online, but we will also take cash at the gate. And they will have concessions, and we do want to pack the stands, so we hope you will be there. And then there is also a high school high-tech event tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. And at your place, you have the Agritech time capsule opening at 5:30 on Thursday. So, and I know others.
The pictures I would like for you to make my apologies. I'll have surgery tomorrow.
Okay, I will do that. So
Thank you.
I was asked to make sure each of you had one of these at your place. So we have busy weeks coming up with all of our awards days and everything. So busy time of year right now. So, and I know others will speak about other events. So that's all I have at the moment.
Okay. Ms. Reed,
No, sir, not unless you have questions of me.
you sure?
I'm positive.
Come on. Ms. Gibson.
Yes, I'd like to recognize and thank all of our teachers for what they do each and every day. I know there's a lot of challenges, but there's many more rewards, and we appreciate you. I attended a spring concert at Madison County Central School, and I'd like to thank Mr. Edwards and what he does with the students. It was a wonderful performance. Also, the Farm Day for all first graders in the county, and Ms. Jenkins and the FFA were responsible for that. There was a wonderful FFA banquet showing students' achievements, and there was a lot of work put into that, and I enjoyed it, and I'm thankful that I was able to attend. The spring concert at Pinetta Elementary School was wonderful. That was the other day. All the students had a chance to participate, and very good concert. Ecology Day was held for all the fourth graders, and we can thank Miss Beth Moore and all the people that contributed to that activity. And congratulations to the girls softball team on winning their district champs, and look forward to continue to win. And thank you.
Okay.
I just would like to thank everybody who has any business employed with the school system. Thank you. We have many changes that are coming at the end of the school year. You know, we have the conversion and all those good things. Bear with us, but be sure to know that you are appreciated. You are loved and you are appreciated. I just want to say thank you.
Before I get into all of that, Superintendent, I would like to ask, obviously, there was an article in the newspaper, and I personally would like to clarify for the public and for myself that there was a repayment of some of the funds discussed in that, and I would like to clarify the amount of money that was received.
I am aware of one payment. I would have to verify exactly how much if there have been other payments.
Okay.
So,
Small amount, large amount, like we're recuperating? I mean, how are we moving forward on this?
I'm aware of a $100 payment being made.
Now, that article that you're
But-
talking about, that was in the paper. We had nothing to do with that article, did we?
No, we did not.
No, we
Okay.
didn't.
No.
We were not aware.
No, I was
This-
a little caught off guard, and that's why I just
Mhm.
seeing some of those numbers in
I
black and
can,
white and very boldly, I just, you know, like,
I can tell you it was a result of a public records request.
I didn't read the article. I had several people call me after the fact. I was eating and whatever, but I didn't read the article. And as I said, I can't discuss it because I don't know anything about it. We didn't give that information.
I will follow up to see if there have been additional payments. And the only reason I'm aware of that is the monies were handed to me and I was kind of caught off guard.
Okay, and if
So
you
I
could just
took it
apprise
to-
the board later on, obviously, you know, you've been doing your due diligence, I would just apprise us and what the next steps are gonna be after you obviously consult with Mr. Reeves and, you know, I would just like to know what's going on with that situation. Outside of that, not to echo what Ms. Gibson and Ms. Hagan said, you know, I just want to remind everybody that it is Teacher Appreciation Week. So if you're not aware, please just make sure you thank a teacher this week. I would also like to congratulate our track and field team in addition to the other ones. They made it to regionals and they went and competed on Friday. I would also like to just thank our safety patrol for coming out tonight and doing our presentation and our prayer. And that is it for me.
I would like to thank Ms. Gibson for giving all of she gave the spill of everything that we've been involved with this week, so I'm not gonna.
That's what happens when you speak first.
So I'm not going to repeat everything she said, but I do want to speak to the parent that came and spoke. And I know this was a very sensitive topic for her to come up and speak about, but as board members and as community leaders, we have to acknowledge that when we know better, we do better. And I don't want to dismiss her coming up and pouring her heart out. And we know, we see you, and I don't want to dismiss that at all. So thank you for coming up and having the bravery to speak out in this board room about that situation. And I can say I hear you, and we will look into it.
Thank you, Ms. Devon, for mentioning that.
Mr. Carroll.
See, I get to go real last, so everybody said everything. But I do appreciate everybody. I do. That's a part of our school system. There's no bottom and top, but you know what I mean by that. I appreciate everybody. And so it's the end of the year, and a lot of things going on, testing going on, a lot of people praying for that. I know I am. I hope you are. So our students are under a lot of pressure, and our teachers are under a lot of pressure. So we need to keep them in our prayers. And that's all I have.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn, and we'll take a 10-minute
10 minute.
10-minute recess for, we got a hearing.
Oh, Devon.